Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about hair extension textures because I saw hair extensions and the most common question I get asked is, do you have hair that is straight but that can go curly when I wet it? And the simple answer to that question is no. And then I get slapped with but if it's 100% virgin hair and it's 100% human hair, it should curl to some extent when you wet it, shouldn't it? And again, no boo boo, it doesn't. I'm here to explain to you guys today about hair extension textures just so you get a better understanding of why you can't buy straight hair that goes curly. So if this is a topic that interests you, please stick around. So first things first, what does it mean when we say hair extension textures? Okay, texture basically means the pattern of the hair. So curl pattern, a curl pattern is a texture, or wavy. That's what we mean by the hair extension texture. We mean the pattern of the hair. If you've bought hair extensions before, you would be familiar with hair extension textures like kinky curly, kinky straight, body wave, deep wave. All of those are hair extension textures, and that is what we refer to when we say hair extension textures. Let's talk about the different type of hair extension textures. Okay, you find natural hair extension textures, and then you also find steamed hair extension textures. And I'm going to explain the difference between the two, but it kind of sounds self-explanatory already. There. So natural hair textures means that the donor of the hair had that natural texture when the hair was cut off, because the hair comes from donors from India and Southeast Asia, and most of the women from those places, I mean, we've all seen in India at some stage in our lives, they don't have curly hair. They have straight hair or they have slightly wavy hair. So when they say natural hair textures, they mean that the donor's hair was naturally straight or wavy. So with natural hair textures, yes, if you bought, let's say, a natural wavy hair extensions, you can straighten it and eventually it goes back to wavy. That's because the natural pattern of the hair was wavy. Okay, this that I have here is a natural wavy texture. You can see the waves are they're not deep wavy, they're just slightly wavy, and you do find women in India and Southeast Asia with hair that is slightly wavy like this. So if you bought this hair extension, for example, you could straighten it and eventually it starts going back into its waves, or just to get it back to its wave, you can just wash it, wet it, and then just let it air dry, and you'll get back the texture. Okay, so straight and natural wavy are natural textures. Yes, you do find natural curly textures, but like I said, we've all seen these women from India and Southeast Asia, and their hair isn't naturally curly. And if you do find natural curly hair, which is very rare to find, by the way, it's not like this. It's not like a deep curl. It's like slight curls. And again, that hair, that type of hair is quite rare to find. So, what do we then do to get the hair to another curl pattern like this? They steam it, okay, like this. They'll use a hot, I don't know what they call it, but it's like a hot. Okay. I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to try and straighten kinky curly hair just to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm putting on my straightener, and I have a piece of kinky curly hair here that I can mess around with, and I just want to show you guys. So this hair was naturally straight. You can see from up here that it was straight, and then they take like these iron thingies, and they will curl it into a particular pattern, and then they'll steam it, put it in like a steamer so that it gets really, really hot and takes shape. Okay, so they have different patterns: kinky curlies, kinky straight, all of that stuff. But they take it from straight hair. So I'm gonna straighten. I'm gonna try and comb or brush rather. Sorry, some of this hair. See. So the more I brush it, the more you see it's going back to its straight texture. Okay. Now, if I take my straightener and I straighten it, Okay, so if you straighten it, you see the original pattern of the hair, and then this is the steamed pattern of the hair. Okay, now that you straighten it, if you were to wet it, let's say put conditioner on this, and I'll do that now. I need to get my conditioner. Give me a second. Okay, so if I take this and I wet it like so, and I put a bit of conditioner, notice that it doesn't curl back because you've now messed up with the curl pattern of the hair and it goes straight. Okay, what this means is that you cannot take, for example, kinky curly hair and start straightening it. I mean, you could, but what you're going to be doing is you're going to be messing up with the curl pattern of the hair, and eventually it's going to go back to its original texture, which is straight hair. Okay, so when people say they want hair that is straight but that can also go curly, you can't really have it both ways. You're either buying straight hair or you're buying natural wavy hair, which can go back to being wavy after being straightened. Yes, but if you're buying like a body wave or like a kinky curly or like a deep wavy, it's best you use it as the texture that you bought it, because if you start straightening it, then you start messing up with the curl pattern and eventually it goes straight. So I've heard people say that they bought wavy hair, for example, and they were told that it's naturally wavy and if they wash it it's going to go back, but eventually after a while of straightening it, it just stayed straight. That's because it was originally straight and then it was steamed into a body wave, and the more you started straightening it, the more you started taking it back to its original pattern or texture. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. You can see now that the hair is sort of curling back, but not as deeply curled as it was originally. Okay, like this. So again, the more you straighten it, the more it just goes back to being straight. But this doesn't mean that the hair is not 100%. Not at all. The hair is 100%, but the texture isn't. The texture is not natural. It's been steamed. So they've taken 100% virgin hair from straight to like a particular pattern, and it's bound to lose its curl pattern if you keep on tempering with it. Okay, but by no means does it indicate that the hair isn't 100%. No, not at all. Okay, now I always advise people who want to buy a two-in-one kind of hair, buy straight hair and then get heat appliances like your curling ones, get thinner ones, or get thicker ones. If you want to create like body waves, just steam iron it, sorry, not steam iron it, flat iron it into the body wave. It'll last you like a week and then you can wear your hair straight again. Or you can buy like a really thin one and get like slight curls, but you're gonna have to put in work if you want your hair to look good, and also if you want to take straight hair from straight to wavy to curly. That's the only way you can do it, because if you buy kinky curly hair, rather use it as kinky curly. And if you do that, it will last. It lasts over a year or it can last 2 years. The curl pattern of the actual hair, when you get it, can last you quite a while. For example, this kinky curly, if I don't straighten it and I just every time I wash it, I let it air dry. I don't put any heat on it, or every time I want to wear a wig that's kinky curly, I just take like a curl activator and curl it. So I'm not messing with the original, I'm not messing with the steam pattern of the hair. I'm just sort of nurturing it and keeping it intact. Then it will last you for years. Yeah. I mean, I have really kinky curly that I bought like a few years back that is still kinky because I haven't tried to either blow dry it or steam it. Shit, I keep saying steam. I mean, I haven't tried to straighten it in any way at all, so it kind of keeps the pattern. I mean, you guys should see it. I was privileged enough to actually see how they steam hair extensions, and it goes into like a steamer that ensures that the pattern remains for like years, but only if you don't mess up with it again, like I said. Okay. Okay, so that's all I have today on hair extension textures. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, please leave them on the comment box below, and I'll be glad to answer them. And yeah, guys, until our next video, take care. Bye.